Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk. Whoa!
Stephen J. partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The cart turned the tough pumpkin again. So what else you gonna
I
do?
guess this team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to part. Play it out, bro, while you're talking this game.
All right, people, what is the deal? What is going on? I'm excited. I'm humbled. I'm blessed. All these emotions coming out going crazy right now because we're back in the BQFL doing what we do best, the championship games. I'm Stephen J. I'm here with my partner Ghost, and welcome to another episode of Real Tough Talk Championship Edition.
And it's always a pleasure. We always give the same intro, but it's true. Like we're always, honored, excited, overjoyed to, come back to the BQFL and cover these games. I believe we haven't been here since September of last year. Don't quote me on that, but it's been a while. Let's just say it's been a while. So, anytime we're able to come back, it's always an event for us. It's always something, to enjoy. And I can't wait to get right into these games right now.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to, give our condolences, give our shout out, send our love, our prayers. For those that don't know, we lost Wayne Vargas. I'm sorry, but to y'all is me, Joe, ball giver of Carver. More than that, energy guy. Just loved everybody. I can't remember anybody ever saying this guy had one enemy. This guy had anybody say anything bad about him. And we wanted to start off with the same energy that Mijo would have given had he been on the show, had he been on the field.
Yeah.
So definitely our love, our blessings. We send him blessings, we send him love, all that, not only to the Carver family, but his regular family, everybody who just going through the pain of losing such a guy, such a great guy, man.
This was really sad for everybody. Like for me personally, he was one person that whenever he was on the field, he always had a smile on his face. Always, throwing a joke at you, no matter how serious the situation was. He was always looking to lighten the mood and, throw a joke in there just to, get everybody's spirits up, anything like that. And not just because he wanted to fix the mood or anything. That's just the type of person he was. That's what I remember. Anytime you see him, always, joking around, always, enjoying the moment, always with a smile on his face, and it always puts a smile on your face. And that's something that I will always miss, not having on the field. And he's definitely going to be missed.
We're going to definitely pay our respects by coming off with a great show, a lot of energy, a lot of love, and that's what we're going to do to reminisce on our guy that passed away. We'll have a few videos of him as possible, in our little breaks and stuff like that. But we'll keep it going. We're going to show his picture up here on the side, and this is basically we're dedicating this show to him. So as we do that, why not start off with the game everybody want to talk about, which is the B Division game, the championship game, Jungle Boys versus Brotherhood. Now, these two teams know each other. This is their third game that they played. The first one, Jungle Boys, they played, I think it was called Baby Los then, but that's still Brotherhood. So they played them, and at that time, Bo was throwing, and they won that game. They won that game 18-7. Jungle Boys won that game. And in this past season, they had a rematch. And you had, once again, Jungle Boys and Brotherhood. But this time, Brotherhood will come up victorious as they were able to win 38-12. Yomi was throwing for Jungle Boys. Melvin played lights out. I look at his numbers. Melvin, that game, Melvin threw 4 touchdowns and ran another one in. Had a great game, lights out, definitely looked great. But there was some controversy in this game.
Yeah.
A touchdown that they felt shouldn't have been called. A lot of guys wasn't able to play because they wouldn't qualify. And Shy wasn't here for Jungle Boys also. But that don't matter. That has nothing to do with the way Melvin played, nothing the way this defense played. So they were able to come up with that win. So now you have 1-1. This is the tiebreaker that we're going to right now. Jungle Boys, Brotherhood, take 3.
And obviously, there's going to be some tensions on the field, you know, with pretty much a rematch game for both of these teams. Brotherhood obviously won the championship, and it not to say that it ended on a sour note, but like you said, it ended with an asterisk because of the, you know, one player too that, you know, was controversial or anything like that. So obviously, they want to make it so that this is a proof that last championship they won wasn't a fluke. It wasn't no asterisk. It was them belonging in the championship, belonging as winners of that championship, and they're here to prove that again. On the other side with Jungle Boys, as you see, you know, with the jerseys that they're wearing in this game, they're obviously playing with more emotion involved in this game. It's unavoidable knowing that what transpired with the loss of Mijo for all of these guys. So they're playing for more than just what they redemption from last year. You know, obviously that's important, but they're playing for their guy that's fallen, and they want to show the spirit of them playing and winning in a way that they know that he would no matter what. Because one thing I can say is, yes, he was a joking guy. He was, you know, he joked around every now and then. But one thing that I can also say is that when he was on the field, he was always giving his 110%, 1,000%, whatever high percentage that it was, he gave it. You know, so that's what they're looking to do to win this championship. So obviously, this is important for both teams here.
All right, so we're going to speak to both teams' captains. You're going to have Bo of Jungle Boys and Machine of Brotherhood. We'll go to their interviews and we'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J here with Bo, captain of Jungle Boys. Right now called Team 22 as they play Brotherhood in the championship game. Bo, you didn't meet this team in the regular season, but you met them in the championship last year. It was a big controversy touchdown call. Plus, you had a lot of players that was ineligible to play. Is this the football guys repaying y'all to give y'all opportunity to face the same team at full strength?
I mean, I do feel that way for sure, you know. I feel like the reason why we lost in the last chip is, one, we ain't have enough depth at all positions. We was tired, we was guys. This is a league with special teams, you know, so this year we came prepared. It should be a different game.
The big upgrade is at quarterback. Yomi threw last year. Y'all got Reggie now. A lot of people said Reggie was a has-been. He's done. You said no, he need firepower, and you're going to give him that, and now you're in the championship. What made you have so much faith in going with Reggie?
Y'all seen what the Rams did this season? It's like the same scenario, man. A quarterback that done seen it all, done it all for decent teams. Then you come across a young team with a lot of firepower, put that together, and we're the same place they are.
Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to go to the tragic event that happened with Mijo, which has destroyed and impacted TFL completely. Right now, playing with dumb emotions coming on the field, does that make you even more dangerous where y'all willing to give everything you got for this game? What would you say about that?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely feel like we're playing for more than usual. You know, at this time, everybody grieving and stuff, so we definitely want to show our support, show our love for him. You know, he always was a tough player, a good person too at that, so, you know, we want to do it the right way.
But thank Bo, I got to say, he did tell me I'm getting to the chip with Reggie. Nobody believes in him, and the guy, it must be a prop here, but he got to win this one to cement it. We're going to see what happened on the side. Thank you, brother. Stephen J here with Machine, captain of Brotherhood as they play Jungle Boys, now Team 22 in the championship. This is a rematch. They would say there was a few controversy calls. They said it wasn't full strength. What do you say about that as far as last championship?
I mean, the numbers say itself. You know, I say to myself, all right, they take that score away from X that they said was a touchdown, but we still beat y'all by like 3 possessions. So move on, next.
Change your quarterback. Reggie's a legend. He's playing against y'all a little different than Yomi, who's more of a killer clock type of guy. Reggie's a home run hitter. How do you adjust based on this different quarterback style?
I mean, we just got to play tight. I trust my defense. My defense strong out here. I told him we play tight. He predictable. Reggie predictable. I respect his game, but he also predictable.
Melvin struggled in the last game. Y'all won in double overtime. What have you told him during the week to get him ready for this game? Because he can't struggle against this team.
Like I told my brothers, you know what I'm saying? We at war. You got my back. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? We had your back. Now it's time for you to show us that you got our back. That's it. I trust my guy.
Last question. You know about the tragic death of Mijo. You know he used to play with them. Are you prepared for that extra? And how you keep your troops in line knowing that they're going to be coming with a little extra fire this game?
I told my guys, I said, yo, we ain't even going to worry about that, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. But like I told them, it's either going to make them or break them. You know what I'm saying? We got to come Brotherhood football regardless. It's either going to make them or break them. It's either going to make them play harder or they going to be in their head. So what it is, man. It is what it is.
Good answer. It's basically a football game. They can't worry about that. Great answer. We're going to see what happens. This is the rematch that everybody wants to see. And I believe they said it's tied up. Y'all met 1-1. So this is a tiebreaker. We see what happens. Good luck.
Shout out to those guys. Appreciate the interviews. And real quick before we start, that's very important what he said. Bo talked about Reggie, who Jungle Boys went out and got. A lot of people thought Reggie past his prime. We know he's not, you know, on the Reggie level of old, but he's still capable of winning a game with a talented team. This guy went to 3 chips in UFL. This guy is the third time, I believe, top 3, I would say, all-time leader touchdowns in UFL history. He's known in general as one of the best quarterbacks ever to play this game. So for people to think that he's done, he has nothing left, and Bo to have the goal to say, I'm going to take this guy, he can win us a chip, I think that's real big.
I mean, it definitely is. One thing I could say is they showed that, you know, they had confidence in getting it. They felt like, you know, even though they obviously they needed some more firepower. They needed somebody to get their guys their ball, the football. So last year they didn't really have that as much. This year they want to go with somebody that's known to win games with Reggie as a person that can help them seal the deal this year. And that's not a bad look because when you have a good receiver core around Reggie, that's when he's the most dangerous. And that's exactly what they have on this Jungle Boys team right now.
And as far as Melvin goes, listen, everybody asks why he doesn't seem to be talked about as an elite quarterback coming up. I think he can get there. We saw what he did against the Jungle Boys the first time. But now he has an opportunity because the guys that they said, quote unquote, wasn't here, they're here. So now is his opportunity to shut all the critics up and show he can put up points versus anybody in the league. You see him win Expo. So this guy got talent, and he's definitely on the stage, especially with us recording, to show what he definitely can do.
The performance Melvin had last year was fantastic. He was able to put the lights out in that last game in the championship, and he's looking to do that again. He's talented enough to do that, especially when he connects with his guy X regularly, and I think that's the key. And if the defense is not able to slow down this guy and keep him from getting open and to keep Melvin comfortable, Melvin is going to have a very long and successful game.
All right, we're going to jump right into it with Brotherhood getting the ball. After getting the first down, Reggie throws a shot open on the sideline for a decent game. If you look here, Killer's not guarding anybody. He has to step up and make a play here. Reggie gets a yardage there. Third down, Reggie throws a white in the gap, getting him to the 5-yard line. 4th and goal, Reggie finds Bread open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0, Jungle Boys score first. If you look here, Killer steps up to guard White, and Bread is left wide open in the back of the end zone. But look at right here, Los is guarding no one. This is bad communication. This is bad rotation, and Reggie makes him pay for it.
And all it takes is for one guy to not slide over to throw off the whole defense, especially when they're that close to the end zone. So guys got to communicate. Guys got to really talk and let people know where these receivers are going, where they need to position. If they don't do that, like I said just now, all it takes is one guy to be out of position to leave a guy open. That's exactly what happens here.
First down at the 48-yard line. Melvin makes a throw in the middle. It's going to be picked off by Bo. who runs by Los, who misses the tag, just gets by Melvin, runs it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Shy gets the extra point, 13-6 Jungle Boys. Now tell me, do you think Melvin made this tag? And I'll break down the play for you real quick.
If I have to really slow down the footage to look at it, that's to show that on live footage, on live play, on, you know, when a person's looking at it, it can go either way. And if you look here, it's hard to see if Melvin gets the left hand down as he dives. You see he gets the right hand. It's hard to see in this angle if he gets the left. Now, anybody can interpret it any way that they want, but the fact that it's that close, that shows that it can go either way. Me personally, I think that he just missed as he whiffed on that dive right there. That's unfortunate because Melvin did put his body on the line to try to get that ball, but then again, he's the one that threw the pick in the first place, so he has to go for it the best he can, and he doesn't get it, and Bo's able to go run right into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is Melvin's problem, always attempting to make a big play rather than the intent was there. He tries to force the ball in the middle, and Bo jumps the route. Bo is not 6'3". Bo is not even 6'1". Bo is not even 5'10". You cannot throw an interception and give Bo, who's in the middle, an opportunity to jump the route. He does here. And Melvin, if you look here, Cabby's coming to block Melvin. First of all, you never want to give the guy the sideline. We all know that. So instead of powering his way through Cabby, he lifts weight. He's in the gym. He attempts to chase Bo down. And one thing Melvin does not have is Bo's speed. And Bo makes a miss. I think it was a miss. I think you can say it's close. It's possible to say it's close, but at the end of the day, it was not a clear tag. And now he's just giving up a touchdown on a pick six. Melvin's going to get the ball back. Second down, he's going to throw to Lowe's open in the gap for a nice game, picking up the first down. Lowe's has to be involved in the passing attack. The guy is highly underrated. He's able to make plays. Second down, Melvin on fire rush, tries to run, but is sacked by Cabby. The question is, was Melvin tagged? What you think of this play?
This one here looked like Cabby just missed him on a dive here. Like, it's really close. It looked like he whiffs him, you know, but it's so close that it could, like I said, these plays could go either way, especially when you slow it down. But the thing with Melvin is he hesitates to make a decision here. He hesitates to throw, and he hesitates to take off and run. Obviously, Cabby's a guy who has length and can, you know, stay with him in terms of his reach. But Melvin has to make a quick decision to get by him, and because of that, he gave Cabby a chance to even get a shot at him, and unfortunately, it ends in a sack here.
Well, the reason I wanted to bring this play up is because of the next play. Third down, Melvin at the 5-yard line finds Lowe's open in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 13-6, Brotherhood gets their first score of the game. If you look here, no one's talking on the defense, and Shy does not see Lowe's cutting behind him. 3 defenders are guarding 2 receivers, and Melvin breaks down the information and finds Lowe's. This is the Melvin we remember. This is the Melvin that threw 4 touchdowns the last game versus Jungle Boys. The ability to break down information, even coming off that sack. He didn't hold his head down. He's able to make them pay. That's the Melvin we all know and love.
And the thing about it is, on defense, there's always going to be one person caught sleeping or not seeing someone when there's no communication. When you see Lowe's, he comes from the sideline. So the safeties or anybody in the middle of the field is not going to always be aware of who's coming right from the sideline. So they got to be communication between the cornerback here and the safeties. They got to talk, because as soon as the guy's cutting, he has the safety has to be let known that he's there. It doesn't look like Shaw knows that he's there, and because of that, Los gets open right behind him, and that's all it takes for Melvin to find him, redeem himself from that sack that he got in the last play, and he's able to score here.
After 2 short passes, getting to the 49-yard line, Reggie with blocker from Yomi throws the ball near the sideline, low, incomplete. 4th down, Reggie throws the ball in the middle for a decent game, picks up the first down. If you look here, Machine loses Bo as he cuts behind him. That is a great play by Reggie, following Bo. Dangerous because Machine's a great linebacker, but Reggie makes him pay because Machine doesn't pick right. But then here, second down, after a short pass, Reggie throws the cabbie in the middle. That's going to be picked off by Machine. Machine reads the play as he picks it off. See, to me, Reggie got a little too greedy. He tried to come back at Machine again, and he made him pay. Listen, a lot of time Machine doesn't get his flowers because they consider him a head case. They consider him a troublemaker. This guy is a great linebacker. He doesn't get enough props for his coverage. And he can read quarterbacks. And he comes away with a great interception against Reggie. Great play by Machine there.
And the thing about it is, if you notice, you got to look at the last play to know what Machine is doing. He's calculating where Reggie's going. How is he going to go and get this ball? Because Reggie's telegraphing his passes, and Machine is reading it the best he can. Yeah, he missed that last play, but all it takes is for him to get the opportunity again, and he's able to read it this time and get the pick. Because Reggie got him in that first play, he was deceived into thinking that he could get him again, and that was his mistake, and he's able to get the interception there.
Melvin gets the ball. He's going to throw the X in the gap for a nice gain, getting him to the 47-yard line. 40 seconds left on the clock. Second down, Melvin throws a fish, cutting in the gap for the first down, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock, 13 seconds left. Melvin throws the X on the sideline. Bo just hits the ball out of his hands, incomplete, 5 seconds left as Melvin calls a timeout. That is a great play by Bo. That is a huge play by Bo because that is a catch every day of the week to X, except this day. Great breakup by Bo. The guy's energy is going crazy. They're trying to make the play at him. He made him pay with a pick last time. He knocks out a big pass here. Last play of the half, Melvin throws it up incomplete, taking us into the half, 13-6 Jungle Boys.
And that was, like you just said, that was a huge play that Bo was able to stop. Because one thing you do not want to get in the game is X. You do not want, if you're Jungle Boys, you do not want to get X in the game, because once it becomes a weapon, that's going to make Melvin's confidence go through the roof, and they're able to stop that big play there. So that was a good way to end the half. On offense, Jungle Boys, Reggie has to be comfortable in the pocket. He has to use receivers the way he did. Obviously, they get in the end zone twice here, one from an interception run back. So overall, the team is playing well. All they have to do is keep the same energy in the second half, but I think we need to see more of Reggie for them to be successful and put this game away.
If I'm Brotherhood, we beat this team already. We know their weapons. We know Pam's their coach. We know all them guys on the sideline. So we know who we're playing against, and we know the energy they're coming with. You remember when New Orleans first had their first game back after the hurricane out there? And they first played their first game at home, and it was overwhelming. Well, that's what Brotherhood is going through right now. All the emotions from Jungle Boys with the tragic passing of Mijo. This team has a lot of emotion, so Brotherhood cannot give away momentum plays. And that's what Melvin did with that interception. That is a momentum play. The play that Bo knocked out away from X, that is a momentum play. We cannot allow this team to gather their momentum. And on the defensive side of the ball, we got to continue to dare Pam to let Reggie throw the football in the middle of the field. Machine will destroy him if he keeps doing it. At the end of the day, how many passes did Cabby get? None. He didn't get no passes. So it shows that Reggie's not comfortable throwing to Cabby. So we got to keep Cabby isolated. We've seen him take games over by himself. As long as we keep him on the shelf and keep daring Reggie to throw in the middle of the field, we're going to make plays. So we're going to jump into the second half with Brotherhood getting the ball. First down at the 40-yard line. Melvin throws deep to Moolah, wide open in the middle, caught in the end zone. What a touchdown. Rudy gets the extra point, 13-13. If you look here, Shy's at the safety. He slides over to guard Fish and leaves him wide open. This is the guy y'all wanted. Y'all wanted Shy there. Y'all say Shy were on vacation, and Melvin went right downfield. Now, Moolah does not get enough credit. We talk about him as a return guy, but this guy can get downfield, and Melvin, given the opportunity, will make them pay. When after they're one of their best defenders, and he's able to score, get that confidence up, take some momentum away from Jungle Boys, 13-13, they just tied the game.
And I've seen so many Brotherhood games where Moolah on offense is not utilized the way he needs to. Sometimes he's left open and Melvin's not able to get him the ball. He does not make that same mistake here. He's wide open. That's because Shaw, they said that he was on vacation in the last championship game. Maybe he's still on vacation on the field because he does not see Moolah open downfield. There's no reason why anybody should be wide open that much on the field. That's unfortunate. It looks like here he sees fish, but does not see Moolah running straight down the field. Nobody adjusts. Moolah is left wide open for that open shot for the touchdown. That is a huge play coming out of the half.
13-13. Now Jungle Boys get the ball back. After getting the first down, Reggie with 2 passes to White in the gap, getting him to the 10-yard line. 4th and goal. Reggie finds White in the end zone. Other touchdown. Yomi gets the extra point. 20-13. They strike right back. And if you look, all 4 passes went to White in the flats. I know sometimes we don't give Pam his flowers for his X's and O's, but for him to keep Reggie from throwing out of the middle and go to the flats to White, the whole drive is genius. Great play by Reggie. They're able to score and take the lead 20-13.
And the funny thing is, I don't think that this Brotherhood defense expected him to go to White every single play out of the after the first down. So it's short dump offs here, short dump offs there. And one thing Reggie is doing, he is taking the check down. One thing we know about Reggie throughout his career, he loves taking that shot downfield. But he's calm and collected in this play, and this drive right here, getting the check down, whether it's White or anybody, he is getting the open man short, and these guys were never able to step up and put a guard on him, put a man on him, and because of that, White is able to find the end zone in 4 plays, and they're able to score yet again in the second half.
After getting the first down, Melvin throws in the sideline for a big gain, getting him to the 10-yard line. If you look here, Shine Jigger are not talking and leaves him open. Melvin is building up a rhythm. Remember, the last time he tried to throw in the middle, got picked off and ran back by both. But I like the fact that he's still coming back looking for his receiver and gets a play there. Second down, Melvin finds VIP open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Shaw and Leak missed VIP in the back of the end zone. And let me tell you something. VIP could be one of the most underrated players in BQFL history. This guy's a baller, a playmaker, and a lot of people don't talk about him. But Melvin knows about him. And he finds him in for a touchdown, goes after Jungle Boy's 2 top defenders, and is able to score. Leak gets the extra point, and now we're 20-20. They tie it right back.
And the fact that VIP is on his team and he's not Melvin's best option or Melvin's main option just shows the depth that this receiver core that they have on the team. And Melvin's able to use every single one of them. He gets Moolah a touchdown. Now he's getting VIP a touchdown. Way to come back from that big interception run back that he gave in the first half. It didn't rattle him that much. He's able to score twice into the second half. And he is rolling right now, keeping his team right in this game.
Jungle Boys get the ball back, but they're going to end up going 4 and out. So, third down, after 2 short passes, Reggie throws a shot in front of the end zone. That's going to be picked off by Machine. Again, Machine is basically reading Reggie. Like, I don't know if he found the multi-universe and he knows what's going on. He knows what's going to happen. Maybe he's a real machine, you know what I mean, or something like that. But he jumps this route in the red zone. For him to jump this route and for Reggie to attempt to go after him again, not smaller Reggie have. He can't take this. And Machine, once again, being the leader of this defense, the quarterback of this defense, and jumping this route perfectly, giving Melvin and his offense back the ball.
He is good at baiting quarterbacks. They take advantage and think that he is not able to catch up to these plays, but all it takes is for a few seconds for the ball to stay in the air, and Machine is able to go and pick it off. That is a huge play for this Brotherhood defense and brings the offense right back on the field.
Now, something happens on the change of possession. Melvin gets hurt. I don't know what happened. He was on the field. He was down. Remember, they have 3 timeouts. Instead of subbing him out because he's injured and it's under 2 minutes, Melvin uses the timeout to be able to stay in the game. I don't understand that, but he decides to use the timeout. So he stays in the game. First down at the 5-yard line, Melvin throws a low in the middle, low, incomplete, nobody short. Now you're wondering, why is he talking like this? Something don't feel right. Second down, Melvin on 5 rush is sacked by Cabby in the end zone for a safety. 22-20. If you look here, Nas is open short on the sideline. He did not need to take the safety. It hurts the team and puts them down 2 points, negating the interception that Machine just got for you.
I don't know if he was confused here. I don't know if he didn't understand where he was. But at this point on the field, you cannot afford to give up a safety. Even if you get a 4-yard dump off or whatever, anything is better than getting tagged in the end zone. Right here, even if you're forced to punt, it's better than getting tagged here. So I don't know what's going on with Melvin. This is the worst thing you could let happen after a huge interception given to you by Machine, and now you give the opposing team back the ball right back, and you give them a free 2 points for them to take the lead. That's not only lost possession, that is points given to the other team, and that is time taken away off the clock. Precious time you cannot afford to lose. Nothing about that play was good, and it puts them in the hole right now.
So now they have to punt, which they can't return this punt. They can't get it onside. They give it back to Jungle Boys. After getting the first, Reggie with 3 short passes getting him to the 13-yard line. 4th down, Reggie throws it to Cabby in the back of the end zone. Cabby gets tangled with TP and does not get to the ball. Turnover on downs. The question was Cabby helped?
The Jungle Boys looking like, where's the flag here? They was looking for a pass interference. But if you look, I see the contact in the back of the end zone. Unfortunately, the refs do not throw a flag. It could be that the ball wasn't playable. It looked like it was kind of high in the first place. But that's unfortunately a turnover for Jungle Boys. It looks like they got the defense got away with one, but that's still a turnover for the Jungle Boys.
I don't think that they were aggressively trying to score. I think they was trying to kill the clock. Even though they had a shot on 4th down, I think the 3 short passes, Pams did not want to put Reggie in a position to throw another interception. So I think they kind of was worried about the clock. Anyway, Brotherhood gets the ball back with 13 seconds on the clock. After getting the first down, Melvin throws a low in the gap, knocked away by Jigger. If you look here, Fish is open in the middle. Now, they already used their timeouts. They have no timeouts. And remember, they used their timeouts. Melvin called the timeout when he got hurt. So they was only able to call 2 timeouts when Jungle Boys had the ball instead of 3. Melvin, with 13 seconds left, throws it to X in the front of the end zone, incomplete. My problem with this is, look at this. Melvin kills a lot of time on his clock. You already know the clock got to go off in your head that I got to run or do something because the game clock is moving. But he doesn't. That's going to take us to the last play of the game. Melvin's going to throw it up. Incomplete. End of the game. Jungle Boys are the champions of the BQFL B division with the win 22-20. First of all, right now we're going to go to the interviews. We're going to speak to Pams. We're going to speak to Machines. We're going to get you your final thoughts, and then you let us know. I'll let y'all know my final thoughts.
Stephen J here with Coach Pams, coach of Jungle Boys, now Team 22. Pams, we were watching you during the game. You had a lot of emotion on the sideline. A lot of people didn't see. What was going through your mind while you was in this game?
I just want to have a good day and win. That's it. I just want to win.
What did it feel like when you finally got what you wanted for Mijo the way you wanted it? Tell me the emotion. People need to know.
Well, everybody know that was like my son, my real son. So Just wanted to win, man. I don't know.
What made you decide to go out? Bo had full confidence in Reggie. What made you go out and bring Reggie? A lot of people say Reggie's done, has been. What made you have faith that he can get you where you wanted to go?
This field was built for Reg. This field, any field 50, 70, 80 yards is built for Reg all day. I'll take Reg again. We're going to do it again. We got to run it back because we lost like the last 3 chips. This one just mean a lot. Even though it's one, it just mean a lot because everybody know what happened. A lot of emotions. Like, it's hard to control. Just wanted to win.
When you see a guys giving everything they have on the field the way Mijo would do, what would you think Mijo would be thinking right now? You knowing him as well as you do.
Here come over and clown me because of these tears. Here come clown me right now like he always do. He ain't never dull moment with him around, yo. Even in our baddest times and when our team was struggling, he was the one dude that kept it together, and nobody even knew that. Nobody knew that. He was our glue. So, I mean, from here on, and if we lose, and we just come every week to play Team 22 on both divisions, the A and the B, the D1, I just want to have fun. It ain't even about winning no more. I just want to have fun because that's what he wants us to do, just have fun. So today was just special with this win, like I said, because of this week. But from here on in, we just want to have fun. Anything to have fun, no more arguing. It is done. That's it, y'all. Yo, this is some good shit. Y'all got me on the.
We gonna thank Pans, brother. Listen, we appreciate you doing the interview. We appreciate everything in general. We'll tell you now, from us, everybody, we're gonna give you your flowers now. We thank and appreciate everything you do, and Mijo would definitely be happy and running around the field right now. So we appreciate you. Congratulations, champ. Stephen J here with Machine, defensive captain of Brotherhood, where they lost a heartbreaker to Jungle Boys 22-20. First of all, let's talk about your game. 2 big interceptions. You was in the zone. How did you know where Reggie was going to go before he went there?
I mean, like I told you before, Reggie is predictable. Sometimes he look where he's going, you know me. So me being a vet, I'm going to bait that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I know best. And that's what happens, and I got the best of him.
Technically, your team the defense only gave up 2 touchdowns because they had a pick 6. Was that the game plan? You know Reggie's a Hall of Famer. He could score points. But was that the game plan coming in to limit their ability to score the ball?
Exactly. That was our game plan. And like you said, we made the first mistake, and that pick 6 was our first mistake. It was going to come down to whoever made the first mistake. And I guess we made that first mistake, man.
Let's talk about your quarterback. Did Melvin lose his game for you? By himself, he gave up 8 points. 6 with the red back and 2 with the safety. Did Melvin lose this game for you?
I mean, yeah, of course. I'm gonna say offense didn't hold us down. You know what I'm saying? Offense didn't hold us our back like we expect them to. But it is what it is, man. I'm lost, man. I'm lost because of safety, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder after he got injured, instead of letting Fish come in to run a play, he called a timeout, which limited y'all end to only have 2. Was that a little arrogant? Maybe should have sat down one play? Because that kind of hurt y'all, and now y'all ended up getting the ball back, but with a little less time. What would you say on that? Was that his call? Did you know he was going to use the timeout?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on, man. I was just focused. You know, when I'm locking on defense. You know what I'm saying? I trust my guy to run his offense, and I ain't know what was going on, bro. I was too focused.
What happens with Melvin now? We've seen him win a lot of games, but we see his decision-making cost you a few games. Is Melvin still the guy that you need at your quarterback position for Brotherhood?
Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still growing. He's still growing. I see him develop fast. I see him develop a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm patient with my boy. Like, he's one of the best out here. He just got a few mistakes that he got to fix, and that's it, bro.
Shout to Machine, 2 big interceptions. The guy was on fire today. When your quarterback gives up 8 points by himself for the other team, you got to put that on him. So I'll say it. If he can't, I'll say it. But we're going to see what happens going back to the future. At the end of the day, they made it to another championship, and this team is still upcoming. We're going to see on the site.
Shout out to those guys, especially Pam's emotional. We can understand why. Cabby and Bo both given the MVP. They definitely made 2 huge plays. Bo with the pick 6 and the knockdown. Cabby with the big safety. So I understand why they gave them both. Machine has some choice words. What do you think? Give me what you thought about the comments by Pam's, all the emotion, but give me what you think about Machine's comments.
First of all, Pam's comments and his emotion, obviously, like you said, is understandable. Anybody would be emotional in a moment like that, you know, being able to accomplish your goal, especially when there's added, you know, incentive to do so, you know, with, you know, trying to support your fallen family member, your fallen friend, everything like that in between, you know. So there's gonna be emotions, you know. Pam's, you know, is a guy who was very close to me, Joe. But not only that, he cares about the game. He cares about, you know, winning. That's pretty much his pedigree. But this mattered a lot more than usual, and that's why it seems like he can't hold his emotions there. But getting on Machine, he was very blunt with how he felt that they lost the game. He was very blunt and pointing out why they lost the game. And you know, Machine is not one to hold his tongue. So is it called for him to be so blunt when, you know, there's certain moments where most people would try to save face and not try to, you know, be too forward with what you're saying? Yes, but my thing is with Machine, he pretty much put it on Melvin. He said that Melvin made mistakes that cost him the game. And it's unfortunate because Melvin, right after the half, he scored twice, right? Twice in a row.
Yep.
So he was doing well, and then he stagnated in the end, making a few mistakes. That safety being the one that cost him the game. But there was a few mistakes that the team made, especially on defense, that this team needs to look at. That whole drive by White getting into the end zone.
Yeah.
That was huge. The fact that Reggie was able to throw 2 interceptions to the same guy and he was still able to get into the end zone on that play was something that the defense needs to look at, you know? So it wasn't just Melvin. Yes, Melvin had the key play that cost him the game, but I think that this whole team made some mistakes that kind of took the game out of their hands. They had an opportunity to go away with another championship, and they came up short because of a few plays that they gave up. But unfortunately, that's what happened with them.
Well, I'm going to jump on Jungle Boys first. First of all, Pams is just a winner. We know he's a winner in the A division, but he's just a winner. You know, he took Jungle Boys to 4 championships that we recorded. Now, they went 2-2, but he took them to 4 championships. And guess what? 4 different quarterbacks. They played the game when they were in the C, and they played Brotherhood first time, and they won that game 18-7. Who was the starting quarterback at that time? It was Bo versus Melvin. Then they moved up to the AB, and they lost to the Sharks 31-24. Who was their starting quarterback? Jeremy. Jeremy threw 3 touchdown passes, but they lost. Stevie threw 5. Then they come back to the B, and they go with Yomi throwing. They lose that game. They get blown out, 38-12. That's what the controversy. We're not going to get into the details because at the end of the day, I think Brotherhood was the better team that day. Who was the starting quarterback? Yomi. Then we come to this game. They beat Brotherhood again in the B. Rematch. 22-20. Who was the starting quarterback? Reggie. Pam wins. That's what he does. Now, you know, I always like to say heavyweight title, intercontinental title, because I'm an old wrestling fan. Well, right now, Pams has done it in the A division with Carver, and now he's doing it in the lower division with Jungle Boys. So he has, you know, he has locked down the A division for a long time running, and now he's taking over the B division. He got a lot of great players, and for you to win this game with Cabby making a safety, not having any catches this game is amazing. Bo jumping around, getting the pick six. Amazing. This team played. They were ready to play, and they won a game that Mijo would have been proud of. Mijo would have been celebrating. Mijo would have been going crazy on the field. Shout to them for that win. And shout to Reggie, because they didn't have no faith. People didn't have faith in Reggie, and this team ended up winning the championship.
All right, yeah.
Now, on the other side, Brotherhood. Machine's comments. I'm going to tell you why I respect him. Sometimes I think Machine take things a little too far with attacking commissioners, referees, with how we feel, his words. But I respect that he gave his quarterback the same energy that he gives everybody else.
Yeah.
So I got to give him his respect. Machine had 2 interceptions. A crucial one in the red zone to give them back the ball when the game was tied. What else can he do? And then Melvin. Now, did Melvin throw great? When you look at the numbers here, Melvin threw 3 touchdown passes. He threw 5 the first time they played. He threw 3 this time. Those are good. But he also gave up 8 points on his own. He gave up 8 points. That means the defense only, right? They gave up what? 14 points?
Yeah.
2 scores to one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. They picked them off 2 times to one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And what Melvin does, he throws a crucial pick 6. And what Melvin does, he gets a crucial safety. He also uses the timeout that they needed. He also runs out the clock on one play. Before the last play of the game, he ran 13 seconds off the clock. We cannot elevate. Every time it seems like Melvin takes 2 steps forward, he takes 3 steps back. Yeah. I never like to say somebody cost somebody a game because, I always believe it's a team effort. Melvin lost his game. Yeah. Melvin came off of playing the Spartans in the last round, and they won in double overtime. Melvin put up 6 points in 2 halves and 2 overtimes. He scored on the last overtime. So the mistakes he was making then, he carried it over to now. He just made it at worse times. The championship game they lost to Brotherhood 18-7. Melvin threw a touchdown and 2 interceptions. They lost 18-7. Melvin has to stop giving games up. I've seen Melvin not know if he wants to run or pass. That's the key for him taking that next step as a quarterback. He got to have a time in his head and know, by 4 rush, I'm about to run. You can't make the decision on 5 rush. What are you going to do? Which is why he got caught in the safety.
But one thing,
Melvin caught 15 this game.
Yeah,
go ahead.
But my thing is I'm going to be brief because, you pretty much said most of it. But one thing is key, like I said before, X only had 2 passes this game? And that's his God. That's his God that he's always looking for. Whenever he's in trouble, he's looking for X. Whenever he needs a big play, he's looking for X. And X was nowhere to be found in this game. Yes, he was able to score 3 touchdowns in this game, but Melvin is known to make mistakes when he doesn't have X as a main target. So that's another thing. I would say that you put that up to Jungle Boy's defense because they kept him out of the game. But is that enough to say, oh, well, he couldn't find an X, that's why he made the mistakes that he made? I don't think that that's enough. This was just all Melvin making 2 crucial mistakes that cost this team the game. And no matter how you look at it, at the end of the day, that's a conclusion that you cannot argue with. That's exactly what happened on the field.
Bottom line, I'm going to tell you this before we wrap it up. Melvin game that he beat, remember, they played the Jungle Boys 3 times. The one game he won, he threw 4 touchdown passes and ran 1 in.
Yeah.
The 2 games he lost, he threw 4 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions and got sacked for a safety and threw a pick 6. on one of those. So when he's bad, he's really bad. And it's a shame because he threw 3 touchdowns. But nobody's going to remember that. All they're going to remember is he threw a pick 6 and he got caught in a safety to pretty much lose the game. And in amazing fashion, because Jungle Boy scored 22. Mijo, that passed away number, 22.
Yeah.
You can't write a script better than that, man.
Yeah.
And how did they win it? With a sack. At the position that Mijo plays. You can't write this stuff out, man. This is what makes football great, man. You can't write this. So anyway, we'll wrap this one up. Shout out to Jungle Boys, the BQFL B Division champs. Shout out to Brotherhood for getting up here crawling, but they got to make a decision. They got to not to change quarterbacks, but Melvin got to look at himself in the face and say, in the mirror and say, listen, I am this team's worst nightmare. I could be great or I could be bad. It's my choice to decide which one I'm going to be. We're going to wrap this one up. Jungle Boys with the win over Brotherhood, 22-20. We'll be right back.
What does that say about you? Having an opportunity to face the guys you practice with, you won chips with, you sweated with, you have an opportunity to stop them from putting another patch on that championship legacy of Carver.
Happy feet, yeah, I give him that. He's one of the good, he's a good hiker. You know what I'm saying? But he don't got what it takes to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure we getting 2, and I mean at least 2 sacks in that game. This is the W I need. I want this. You know what I'm saying? I need this. This is big for me. So best believe I'm going out there to play. I'm going out there with Wyan men. You know what I'm saying?
Do me one favor. Let me see. One time. Let me see. Let's go. Here we go. One more ice.